Hi, everybody. This is George Foshin, called Realty Best Palos Verdes Homes, and it is now time for the May 2023 real estate update and market report. So, how do you get to it? All right, first thing, go to palosverdeshomesbest.com. Just as an introduction, I work the real estate markets from Manhattan Beach on the north, down south through the beach cities, Hermosa, Redondo, Torrance, the Palos Verdes Peninsula, and coastal San Pedro. What you'll want to do is go to my website, palosverdeshomesbest.com, click on the blog right here, and depending on when you access this report or this video, uh, right now anyway, the blog post is the first one. But look for this blog post. That's what it looks like. The picture will never change as we progress through the months and years. And just click on that to get to the report, and then scroll down. Now, what I'm going to do here is go off of the website and go directly to my spreadsheets so that you see exactly what's going on. And let's do this one first. What we find happening in the Palos Verdes Peninsula is that sale volume is down big time. What I do is take two equal 6 month periods of time in order to take seasonality out of the equation. So in this case, what we're looking is November through April. That's a 6 month period of time. So November 2021 through April 2022 versus November 2022 through April 2023. Same 6 month period of time separated by a year. And what we see is that there were 320 homes sold on the peninsula back in November 2021 through April 2022. And in the most recent 6 month period of time, 189 single family residences sold. That's down almost 41%. That's huge. Dollar per square foot down 2.83%. Sale price down about 11.67%. So that's the first cut of things. Now let's take a look at this chart. What I review is what's happening in the South Bay area and in Palos Verdes Estates. So what I did here is I took for both the South Bay and for Palos Verdes Estates, I took the 6 month period of time of November 2022 versus through April 2023, and then just the most recent 2 month period of time. So here I'm not comparing two equal 6 month periods. I'm comparing a stretch of time to then the most recent period of time. And we see that the market really has slowed significantly. In the period of time of November 2022 through April 2023, for every 10 new listings coming in Palos Verdes Estates, almost 11 existing listings were being put into escrow. That kind of flipped for the most recent couple of months, where for every 10 new listings coming on the market, only 7 existing listings were being put into escrow. So that's kind of a significant difference. But for the South Bay as a whole, we saw the opposite dynamic going on. The market actually got stronger in the last 2 months versus that 6 month period of time. So fascinating stuff here. So in November 2022 through April 2023, for the South Bay in whole, for every 10 new listings coming on the market, nearly 7 went into escrow. And here, a little bit more than 7 went into escrow in the most recent period of time. That's interesting. So Palos Verdes Estates, for whatever reason, wasn't performing as well as the South Bay as a whole. We can argue why and dig deeper into the weeds, but that's for another time. Now, let's now get into some other pieces of information that I wanted to share with you. For the South Bay, here's another really interesting index that I developed. I took every month going back to the early 90s, and I measured the average sale price for the current month. In this case, the most recent month was April. and I compared it to April of the previous year. So that's what this chart is measuring. Now, let me repeat that. It's important. I took the most recent month, then looked at last year for the same month, and subtracted those two average sale prices of homes for the South Bay. And we can see, for example, here, the difference in June of 1998 between June of 97, the differential was $52,000. That differential got a little bit slower, then it started increasing a lot as time went on. This is in May of '04. We all know the market peaked in '06, '07. Look what happened here. Here was a peak where there was a $100,000 difference, a little bit more than a $100,000 difference on average, on a moving average for the South Bay. I mean, gross numbers it was even more pronounced, $220,000 difference between February of '08 and February of '07. And then we all know what happened in '08 and '09. The market just dumped, where at the worst of things, the difference between February '09 and February '08 was $427,000. But then, what do markets do? They cycle. They go up, they go down. And, since that time, the market obviously improved quite a bit. Most recently, though, we've been on a kind of a downtrend. Every month I've been keeping track of this, and every month since December of 21, where the differential was $221,000 for the South Bay, that differential has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. Still more than zero, but just recently it went into negative numbers, where the most recent month, the average sale price of a home in the South Bay was less than what it was for the same month the previous year. So that's how you look at this chart. So we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll see what happens. I have some other charts that are not displayed in these series of charts here. They're proprietary and they're only for clients. So if you'd like to get, I have a couple of different charts that have accurately predicted when the market turns. Accurately predicted. I was able to get investors out of the market in '05 before the crash. I was able to get them back in '09 when everybody was freaking out. I was getting my investors back into real estate. They've made a ton of money and saved a ton of money by liquidating before the crash happened. So if you want access to those charts, you have to contact me. You have to be a client. That's just the way it is. Or you can choose to pay me a lot of money for access to the charts. It's just, up to you. What else? What else can I demonstrate? I think that's it for now. This video's kind of already gone on a little bit. So take a look at this website. You can scroll down to the tables to get some more data. Let me explain how this one works. This is for the entire Palos Verdes Peninsula. Let's use that as an example. And the corresponding chart for that is, let me show you. For Palos Verdes Peninsula, it's this one right here. So this data is taken from this table. Now, same thing here, 6-month periods of time, and then the last 6-month period of time. I calculate the absorption rate for the market, but the market's ability to absorb property through sale activity is fueled by two different sides of the same equation. It's either supply changes or demand changes. So I have to look at both to accurately understand and counsel my clients on how to price their homes and how to strategically offer on homes. And what we see here for the Palos Verdes Peninsula as a whole, while supplies dropped a whole lot, and while demand, represented by pending sale volume, dropped too, supply dropped more than demand. So that differential that differential has kept the market strong. It has kept the market into still being a seller's market. Um, Demand down, but supply down a whole lot more. It's the differential between these numbers that explains why the market now is still a seller's market. So pay attention to that. The big story here is Rolling Hills. For months, Rolling Hills has just been horrible, horrible performer. But just recently, I don't know what's happened, but demand has increased huge. Supplies have stayed the same, but demand has increased huge. Digging into that a little bit, I've been noticing some big price reductions in Rolling Hills, and I think homeowners are finally getting a dose of reality and understanding what they have to do to get their property sold. So I think that's what explains the increase in absorption for Rolling Hills. If you'd like to get more information, like I said, if you want access to my private charts, contact me, schedule a time with me using Calendly here, or just go to the top of the page and go to the Contact Us tab and then click here and then add your name, your mobile number. Do not use a landline, please. Your email address, the subject, hey, George, I want access to your private charts or whatever you want to talk about, and then a brief message, and then click submit. I get that right away, immediately, as I do the Calendly request, and we'll figure out a good time to meet for coffee or jump on a Zoom call or maybe even go look at a property or two. All right, that's it. Been gabbing for a while. Hope you stayed with me. It's important information. You don't want to lose money. Talk to you later. Bye.